Hello guys, so I have completed in previous video page number 23 and now I am starting from page number 24. So let's get started. I looked around the room and didn't see Mike anywhere. Feeling awkward, I continuously sat down next to the same two women who were there 4 weeks earlier. They smiled and slid down the couch to make room for me. 45 minutes went by and I was steaming. The two women had met with him and left 30 minutes earlier. An older gentleman was in there for 20 minutes and was also gone. There the house was empty and here I sat in a musty dark living room on a beautiful sunny Hawaiian day, waiting to talk to a chipskit who exploited children. I could hear him rustling around the office, talking on the pip phone and ignoring me. I was ready to walk out, but for some reason I stayed. Finally, 15 minutes later, at exactly 9 o'clock, Rich Dad walked out of his office, said nothing, and signaled with his hand for me to enter. I understand you want a rise or you are going to quit, Rich Dad says as he swilled in his office chair. Well, you are not keeping out your end of the bargain, I blurted out, nearly in tears. It was really frightening for me to comfort a grow up. You said that you would teach me if I worked for you. I will. Well, I have worked for you. I have worked hard. I have given up my baseball games to work for you, but you haven't kept your word and you haven't taught me anything. You are a crook like everyone in town thinks you are. You are greedy. You want all money and don't take care of your employees. You made me wait and don't show me any respect. I am only a little boy, but I deserve to be treated better. Rich Dad rocked back in his swollen chair, hands up to his chin, and started at me. Not bad, he said. In less than a month, you sound like most of my employees. What? I asked, not understanding what he was saying. I continued with my grievance. I thought you were going to keep your end of the bargain and teach me. Instead, you want to torture me. That's cruel. That's really cruel. I am teaching you, Rich Dad said quickly. What have you taught me? Nothing, I said angrily. You haven't even talked to me once since I agreed to work for peanuts. 10 cents an hour. Ha! I should notify the government about you. We have child labor laws. You know, my dad works for the government. You know. Wow, said Rich Dad. Now you sound just like most of the people who used to work for me. People I have either fired or who have quit. So what do you have to stay? I demanded, feeling pretty brave for a little kid. You lied to me. I have worked for you and you have not kept your word. You haven't taught me anything. How do you know that I have not taught you anything? Asked Rich Dad calmly. Well, you have never talked to me. I have worked for 3 weeks and you have not taught me anything, I said with a pot. Does teaching mean talking or a lecture? Rich Dad asked. Well, yes, I replied. That's how they reach you in school, he said, smiling. But that is not how life teaches you. And I would say that life is the best teacher of all. Most of the time, life does not talk to you. It just sort of pushes you around. Each push is life saying, wake up, there is something I want you to learn. What is the main talking about? I asked myself silently. Life pushing me around was life talking to me. Now I knew I had to quit my job I was taking to someone who needed to be locked up. If you learn life's lessons, you will do well. If you not, life will just continue to push you around. People do two things. Some just let life push them around. Others get angry and push back. But they push back against their boss or their job or their husband or wife. They do not know it's life that's pushing. I had no idea what he was talking about. Life pushes all the around. Some people give up and other fight. A few learn the lesson and move on. They welcome life pushing them around. To these few people, it means they need and want to learn something. They learn and move on. Most quit, and if you like, you fight. Rich Dad stood and shut the creaky old wooden window that needed repair. If you learn this lesson, you will grow into a wise, wealthy and happy young man. If you don't, you will spend your life blaming a job, low pay or your boss too for your problems. You will live life always hoping for that big break that will solve all your money problem. Rich Dad looked over me at me to see if I was still listening. His eyes met mine. We started at each other, communicating through our eyes. Finally, I looked away. Once I had absorbed his message, I knew he was right. I was blaming him and I did ask to learn. I was fighting. Rich Dad continued, or if you are the kind of person who has no guts, you just give up every time life pushes you. If you are that kind of person, you will live all your life playing it safe, doing the right thing, saving yourself for some event that never happens. Then you die a boring old man. You will have lots of friends who really like you because you were such a nice, hardworking guy. But the truth is that you let life push you into submission. Deep down, you were terrified of taking risks. You really wanted to win, but the fear of losing was greater than the excitement of winning. Deep inside, you and only you will know you didn't go for it. You choose to play it safe. Our eyes met again. You have been pushing me around, I asked. Some people might say that, smiled Rich Dad. I would say that I just gave you a test of life. What test of life? I asked, still angry, but now curious and ready to learn. So, for today, I am ending here. And from tomorrow, we will start from here.